Welcome back. Yes, it's the Aviator Pro. I love you all, and above all, we love the game. We love money. What do we do? We just have to be honest. That's exactly what we're talking about, right? So, right now, if you check, it's all about risk taking. All about risk taking. Look, I've got 2K on top there, and I start off putting 200 and 200. So if you do your maths well here, you will realize that if I play 5 times, my money is going to be finished. So it will depend. If you check there, you'll see there's been a few purples, which is what exactly I'm looking at. And I'm seeing the purples are between 2 and 3x all the time. So I have to try and adjust my strategy to try and see if I can start working on picking up a 3x and a 4x. You understand? At times it's about working around certain plans. You see, I pick up my 3x for the first one because it's about survival. Then I pick up my 4x. Reason being, I was a bit lucky there. It goes further than I expected. But look, it's been giving purples, and the purples have been like not so big purples. That's why in the end, when I started off, I just started off thinking, okay, looking at the trends, looking at the patterns, you can see that it's been giving purple. So I would rather just go for a purple. I'd rather pick up a 3x and a 4x, right? I get something, because if I get a 3x, I get 200 profit, and when I get the 4x, I get another 800. That makes me 1k profit. But look at this. If only I made a good decision to start from the beginning and just go for it. It's always about risk taking. Look at how big it goes. It goes to 200x. Just imagine if I just say to myself, no, let me just go for the normal. I would have just gone for it in the beginning, right? At times I actually do it. When I start, I just start off and I tell myself, okay, I'll go for it. But I just still have to keep my mind focused, because I will not let that 210x derail me, because I'm still supposed to get focused. It's been giving purpose. So I take the first 3x, that is the strategy, right? And then I take the next 5x, 1k, and then it goes on 6.44x. I cannot be carried away, because I know at times it gives one pink after another. But when I came in, I had a strategy, and my strategy was to say, let me do a 3x and a 4x based on the history. But many people don't realize that at times you just need to customize your playing in such a way that it will you will end up getting a chance, and then you might end up losing it because you are anticipating wrongly. It's called anticipation because you don't really know what exactly is going to come through. And because of that, at times you just need to make sure that you play around strategies and stuff like that. If you notice, I've dropped from 200 on at the bottom to 100. The reason being, it's been giving a few purples from the beginning. And because it's been giving a few purples, I'm expecting that it might not really give pinks, because at times if it gives a lot of purples, it doesn't give many pinks. So as a result, I start expecting, yes, I can get it 3x, but then I'm not sure what I would get on the one one at the bottom. So I still continue to pick up my 3x on the top one, and then I'll continue to focus maybe on a 5x on the bottom one. This is strategy. So whatever happens, whatever multiplier it gives, doesn't really matter. I know I'll regret. Why is it that I changed it from 200 to 100? Or why did I cash it out, to withdraw it too quickly? It happens at times. But then that's not the strategy. The strategy is just to pick up a 3x and a 5x. What it does, right now, I've doubled my money. And that's very important. And to be honest, I was speaking to one friend of mine. I said, look, if I started off at 2K, and I got to about 4K, like right now I'm on 4.4. Is it a bad thing to say that's a good profit for the day? Sorry about that. At times the bedway thing just comes in and goes out. Right. Would it be a bad thing if I was going to say I get a profit of 2K and then I can just relax? Because 2K is good enough, for the day. But, obviously we want to make more, so we try more and we keep on going. But the thing is, yes, if you look at it very closely, I go back to 200 on top, 200 at the bottom. Why? Because I've checked now, the history is coming better. It's been pink, it's been a purple, it's been blues. Yes, it's just a mixture, right? But then I'll continue. But I'm checking because of that. Maybe I might still try and see if I can twitch around figures. Always important to just check. That's why it is very important for one to make sure that they check the history, because the history has a sort of bearing on what happens in the future, right? It might not necessarily follow, right? But it actually does. Right. So at this point, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking maybe 2.5x would have been good. But this is the thing. The point is always, if you try and pick up the small ones all the time, you will never get anywhere. You'll just go in circles and in circles and in circles. You will never really get anything big. And at the end, the result is you'll just get depleted. Your money will be finished. Come what may, your money will be finished. Right. So this is after I paused for a while. I paused my video for a while. I stopped playing. And then I went out. When I came back, this is the history that was already there. I wasn't there when those pinks were coming in. If I was there, I would have enjoyed myself. But anyway, what do? We still keep anticipating, because now I'm thinking, okay, let me just drop the figures, because I might never know exactly what's going on. That's why I dropped the one on top to 100 and the one at the bottom at 50. But then as I'm looking at it, I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, but what exactly am I doing? I'm just playing around. Yes, I'm getting something, but it's not going to get me anywhere. You know what I mean? I would have just continued to do my strategy, 200 top, 200 bottom. I would have taken good money, because always I play 200, all the time I play 200s. I'll end up in a very good position. Right now, I'll have been maybe around 6 or 7K. But this is the thing. Once you decide on what strategy you're going to use, you should stop regretting. At times, you just tell yourself, I'm going to put so much, maybe you're going to put 200 or whatever. It doesn't matter. You play 20s and you tell yourself, I'm going to go all out. Right? The moment you just start thinking of always taking 5x, 2x, 1x, whatever, you will not really go anywhere. At times, you just need to go above 10x. At times, you need to hold both of them all the way to 10x, and then from there, you can pick the second one later on. It's all up to you. You see, I keep on checking what are the guys doing. I'm just checking, okay, almost everyone is gone, right? It's giving pinks, and what did I actually do? I just wasted an opportunity. This is the second opportunity that I've wasted. But this is the thing. Once you come up with a strategy, you stick to it. And when you stick to it, it will always pay you, because you do not need to continue maybe thinking, I should have, would have, and all that stuff. It's always, thoughts in the mind. But this is, you see, it gives 168x, and then that's not bad, really. That's why now I change. I'm thinking maybe it can give another pink. So I put 200 on top and 200 at the bottom. Right. So this is all trials, because you try, right? And immediately it gives a blue. That's okay. 11,000 people playing. Perfect. So it means the system is money. So it can keep paying, and it can also be chowing at the same time. But it's all about strategy. Right. So there's one statement that always boggles me, and it surprises me a lot. Because the statement says, look at what the masses are doing. Look at what everyone else is doing. And then from there, you do the opposite. So I'm really sorry with this Betway thing. At times, I don't know what happens when you push that whole thing down there. It refreshes. And after it refreshes, then you'll almost like start again. I hate that. It's not there in Sporting Bet. This one, if you just pull down, it refreshes the whole screen. And I keep doing it because I'm always used to checking what's happening at the bottom, what's happening at the top, checking all that stuff and trying to decide quickly. And it affects me quite a lot. Like there's one point that it paid, like I think about 2000x, and then I was busy scrolling up and down, and I ended up refreshing the page. Then I lost out on that one. But anyway, what's important now is just to make sure that whatever you choose, you stick to it. So I was actually talking about one article that I saw. It's a statement that said, look at what the masses are doing. Look at what people are doing. Right now, I went for another 3 and 4, 5x. Yes, I'm going up. It's very good. If I had continued with the exact same thing, yes, I would still be going up. But if you don't pick up a big one at one point, the result is you will still be finished. This is a fair result. I mean, to be honest, that kicks me out. I think it's the network, always a problem. It just kicks me out, and normally when it kicks me out, it gives a good figure. And at this point, 1.72, it has saved me 400. I like that. I like that at times it just happens that it saves me quite a lot. There's one point actually that I enjoyed. I tried to place it stage time out, and then after a stage time out, it gave a blue. And then I tried again. Then it stays stage time out again. Then it gave a blue again. Then it did that for about 4 times. Then eventually it let me in. And when it let me in, it gave a pink. But unfortunately, I was already out at 5x because I was thinking, this thing has been giving blues. Maybe it can give a small purple and stuff like that. But it's all about anticipation, right? So 200 top, 200 bottom. I keep on doing this whole thing because I'm thinking if I continue doing this way, I'm going to go all out in my second session. For now, all I need is just to build my balance, which is the song that I've been singing. And remember from the beginning, I said, we're not doing anything bigger. I'm just focusing on a 3x and a 4x, right? It has helped me quite a lot anyway. Because remember, I started off 2K, now I'm on 6K. The reason being, if I did this and I gained something, maybe if I get myself an 8K or so, then I can go out and then I'll come back some other time. And then when I come back the next time, my strategy will be different. And it's going to be a 5x 15x strategy. It's going to be let's hold this whole thing, let's start to pick up the first one at 15x and then the next one maybe at about 50x and above. That's how I always play. I always look at, okay, where did I start from? So when I have so much profit, maybe say I have 5k profit, I can risk with maybe at least 3k. Without risking, you will never really get anywhere. Remember, this game is all about anticipation. I know many people think, oh, okay, maybe there's something that you can use. I've heard of people that say, yes, you can use a predictor and all that. Yes, I don't know how those things work. For me, all I do is just to get in there and start anticipating, right? Using this information, like when I look at the pinks and the purples that I see now and the blues, it looks like a very fair distribution. There it goes again, stage timeout. I hate it. But anyway, it's okay. But now, look, I've got 6-9 there. And that's not a really bad one. And I like it when it does stage time out. You know, those times when you go out and then you come back in and then it doesn't give you a chance and then it gives a blow. I like that because it's one of the things that help me to at least stay focused and get something in the end, right? So the strategy still remains the same, 3x and 5x, or 4x, sorry, right? So 3x, I pick it up, and then on the second one, I go again 4x. Discipline, right? And look at how lucky I was. If I was going for 5x, I would have missed both. But because I'm picking these small ones, you can see my balance is growing, and it's evident. You can see we started off from 2k, now it's like 7.5. And I'm thinking if I just get to about 8, 8.5, 9, I'll be fine. Then on the next one, I'll try and make sure that I change my strategy. Yes, and try and make sure that I can go for something bigger, right? 3x again and again 4x. Look at this. As easy as that, you know? You just keep picking up. I know at times it will give a big purple and stuff like that. Look at how nice this is. Picking both up. There's nothing that beats this, right? Look at where we started from. I'm already 4 times my money. And this strategy is actually working. Look at a situation like I had said to myself, I'm getting a 5x and a 15x. I would have possibly been finished by now, right? I know the only advantage is when it gives you a big pink, you pick up a big one that gives you another 10, 15 rounds in advance. You know what I mean? Right? You see, discipline. I pick up the first 3x, I'm expecting the 4x, I miss it, right? It's all about trying. You know how it is. It's all about trying. But I say to myself, I'm already on 9k. I was targeting 8, 9k. I must be leaving now, but let me just try and see if I can give it 1 or 2 more chances. I like it. I would relish maybe giving it another 400 or so. If it gives me more, that's all I always say to myself. If it gives me more, I'll be happy. I'll continue, right? Now, because I was busy scrolling up and down, I say, okay, fine, it gives in 2.5x. I won't really regret because it's not part of the strategy to pick up a 2.5x. The strategy was 3x and 4x. And it's been working, I mean, to be honest. So at this point in time, I'm telling myself, I can give this round and the next round. If it doesn't work, it's okay. If it gives me something, I'll be happy. Okay, so the reason why I took a 2x there is so that I get back to where exactly I was. But look, I just did the wrong thing. I was still supposed to do a 3x and a 4x, right? Because I just wanted to make sure that I have the capital that I raised, and I ended up maybe about 4. But look at what has happened now. It's just wrong anticipation, and it happens to everyone. The most important thing is I didn't get a loss. It wasn't a loss, and I've built my money, and I'll continue. In the next session, I want to try and take this 9k to somewhere else, right? So when I come back, I'll just make sure that I try and spin, and now I won't be going for 3x and 3x and 4x. I'll change it. That's why there's no set strategy to win this one. But let's see what happens in the next stage. Have a great one. See you in the next one.